What's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer. This article was posted 32 minutes ago. You got to be subscribed. I'll always keep you guys in the loop, giving you the newest, latest, freshest, most important information in the world of precious metals, what the silver price is doing, why it's affected that way, and most importantly, what you should do about it. I'm also doing several giveaways, like 5 more giveaways over the next couple months. Once I hit 36,000 subscribers, which is probably today or tomorrow, I'm doing a silver giveaway. 37,000, doing another silver giveaway. 38,000, another one. 39,000, another one. 40,000, over $1,000 worth of silver is going to be given to one of you, or maybe a couple. I might break it up. I don't know. But anyways, the point is, make sure you're subscribed. I mean, silver prices have already hit an 8-year high after calls to buy the metal on social media sparked a trading frenzy. Now, I like this article in particular because it really does break down everything from Wall Street, what they think, how this is affecting them as well. A lot of this talk has just been about the Reddit, about, APMEX and all these all these companies running out of stock and being shut down. But now we're getting more into the aftermath, right? This is where things get interesting. This is particularly where I'm interested in, because I really do want to see, and I want to dissect what is really going on behind the scenes, so I could share with you guys, of course. Now, it comes a week after amateur investors piled into shares in the games retailer GameStop, causing them to jump 700%. 700%. But guess what? Now we focus to silver, and we're going to push it to 7,000%. Screw GameStop's little 700%. We're pushing silver to 7,000%. On Monday, silver rose by as much as 11% to $30 an ounce, while shares in some mining firms were up as much as 60%. And that's in like 1-2 days, ladies and gentlemen. We have a long way to go. This is just the beginning. Small-time traders were swapping tips on Reddit. They're thought to be behind the trend as they seek to drive prices up. It's a short squeeze. Of course, that's what sparked this. I mean, silver's been a ticking time bomb waiting to explode for a while now, but this broke the straw on the camel's back. Is that the right saying? I don't care. Now, however, some users of the site dispute this allegation that the silver squeeze is secretly being coordinated by big Wall Street firms. Oh, here comes the conspiracies. Bust out your tinfoil hats, ladies and gentlemen. Silver hits its highest price since 2013. Now, last time this rally really started to look like a rally was when silver hit $50 in 2011. What is going on? It is the latest example of apparently small-time traders taking on big Wall Street hedge funds that hope to profit when the price of an asset or stock falls, but could lose heavily if it rises. High risk, high reward. Go with your gut. Silver stackers always get the last laugh. There's a reason why my name is Silver Slayer, not Gold Slayer, not Stock Slayer. There's a reason for that. I could give you 100 different reasons why silver will be bullish and will profit over the next 1, 3, 5, 10 years. I could give you 100 reasons why stocks won't. Silver has intrinsic value. The dollar is decreasing. The dollar is weakening in value because we're throwing out all this money in stimulus, which in return means we have to print more dollars. And when you print more dollars, it hurts the dollar, it weakens the dollar. And gold and silver have a direct price correlation to a weakening dollar and precious metals prices. When the dollar index is low, gold and silver is up. When the dollar index is up, gold and silver is low. And we know with having to throw all this stimulus out, it's going to hurt the dollar. So I can literally prove that silver will be up. And that's besides the fact of all this Reddit stuff. That's besides the fact of the silver shortage. Wow. Now, tips posted on social media sites like Reddit say these so-called short sellers are manipulating the markets, and so the amateurs buy up the stocks or assets, driving up the price, inflicting losses on big players. And that's what they're trying to do. It began in January when amateurs piled into loss-making retailer GameStop and other companies such as AMC and BlackBerry. Now the battle appears to have moved to silver, a far bigger market. Now silver's a far bigger market, but it's still relatively small in the grand scheme of things. Silver market is much smaller than gold. That's why I call silver gold on steroids. It's a more exaggerated version of gold. If gold's going to rise 10%, silver rises 15%. Silver is much more exaggerated. Only 1% of the global population owns silver, right? Or precious metals in general. That's a very small. We're the 1%ers. Now, I say that though, because it's not even about the short term. Planting this seed, people realizing that silver has real value, not just gold. Gold's the mascot. Gold's what drives people in, and then they find out about a cheaper, more profitable alternative, which is silver. But once people get this seed planted of silver, this isn't just about right now. The bigger picture over the next years and decades, and especially since investors are getting younger and younger. You have apps like Robinhood, where you can invest easily, very easy. It used to be complicated. You used to have to be one of those Wall Street thumpers walking around in your suit and tie and know how to do these big things that are complicated. And it's not like that anymore. You can go on Coinbase and buy Bitcoin instantly. Bitcoin ATMs. You can have a Bitcoin debit card. You can literally buy silver stocks, and it's so easy now. And they're desensitized to that. Younger, it used to be people in their 30s, 40s investing like that. Now people's in their 20s and 30s. So the price of silver is up by almost 20% since Wednesday, when messages began circulating on Reddit forums encouraging users to buy the metal. Coin selling websites say they are now seeing unprecedented demand, delays in delivering silver. I mean, I tried to buy 4 tubes of silver eagles, and I had to go through, it seemed like a doomsday event. The site's constantly crashing, going to the checkout cart, the site crashes, going insane, screaming at my freaking laptop screen like a maniac. It did go through, by the way, though. Reflecting the attitude of many of those swapping tips on the site, one user called Rocket Boom Go urged fellow traders to think about the gains in a widely circulated post. If you don't care about the gains, think about the banks like JP Morgan you'd be destroying along the way. Exactly. However, some on Reddit expressed skepticism, with one saying they had analyzed comments and posted on thread Wall Street Silver and found that 80% come from accounts mostly created in the last 2 days. Pretty suspect. Who do you think those people really work for? Who do you think they work for? Comment down below. I mean, if you think about it, that could come from both sides of the fence, but seems like it's our side of the fence. If people have this idea with GameStop, now let's do it with silver. Silver stackers usually are swept under the rug. People don't take silver seriously, and it seems like they finally are. GameStop, a political fable. Hussein Said, chief market strategist at FXTM, said the amateur investors would find it much harder to influence the price of silver than they did with GameStop. But look what's happening. And they say amateur investors because there is a lot of weak hands. Silver is a much different type of investment than GameStop. If you're looking at it from an SLV perspective, but when you're looking at physical silver, it's a whole different ballgame. It's a much slower paced market. Silver isn't used to be a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a hedge against inflation. It's putting your money into something that holds value while the dollar weakens value. I wasn't planning on selling my silver for 15, 20 years, right? That's when I plan to cash out. A lot of these people seem to be holding, quote-unquote, long, right? They're supposed to be, buying and holding, or hodling, hold on for dear life. But who knows if they're really going to do that? True silver stackers will do that because they know silver's true value. But these people just jumping on the bandwagon, as soon as they get a couple dollars in their pocket, they might cash out. That's what separates the real stackers, the real investors, from the bandwagon ones. For one thing, the total value of silver being traded is around 1.4, 1.6 trillion, he said, which is 1,000 times the total value of GameStop's share capital, which is 1.5 billion before it became a target of speculation. But think about that. Since the market is so much bigger, think about how much more astronomical, how much more we could do with this. I mean, this could be so catastrophic to not only silver, not only gold, not only precious metals. This could start rippling into everything. Everything. And that isn't a bad thing. Precious metals could be the staple. Gold and silver are unlike anything else. Gold and silver and Bitcoin are the rebellious metals. The dollar is, silver's a direct threat to the dollar, right? Because they're opposite. Dollar is centralized banks. You put your money into something, they're basically in control of it. There's no value. Backed by nothing. Gold and silver, there is no central bank controlling it. You are in complete control. Once you take your fiat currency out of US dollars and put them into gold and silver, you took the power away from them. Once you took your fiat dollars and bought Bitcoin, you took the power away from them. There is no bank of Bitcoin. There's no Bitcoin police. You're in complete control, which could also be risky if you mess up. If you send it to the wrong address or something, you're screwed. But, besides the point, you are in complete control. And that's why it's seen as the rebellious metal or the rebellious investment, because they're going to portray it that way. They don't want you investing in gold and silver. If you're investing in stocks and things pegged to the dollar, they can control you. If you are in debt, you're a slave to the system. It's all power moves. It's a power play. The army of small investors we have enlisted for different reasons. Some will hope to profit from getting in early and starting a wave of others doing the same, ride it for a bit before getting off the wave and letting it crash after taking the profits. And that's exactly what I was just saying. But silver has too much limit. That's not looking at the rest of the picture. You got to think of the bigger picture. Looking at it from that perspective is very, very close-minded. Not talking about the silver shortage, not talking about the gold to silver ratio, not talking about the trillions of stimulus and what that's going to do to the dollar and why that also is correlated to precious metal prices and how that would affect silver for the better, for the green. Also, not even talking about just that, also talking about the green energy revolution from Joe Biden, 5G technology, electric vehicles, all the photovoltaic cells. It's in the solar panels of the green energy revolution, how that's going to drive silver demand extremely high, but silver is already scarce. There's already a shortage. That's why you see extremely high premiums on American Eagles. And for the last 7 years, miners have abandoning silver mines by the hundreds of millions of ounces. So there really isn't that much silver to go around, but the demand is increasing and will be for the next 5-10 years. So looking at all that plus this, you cannot say that this is going to crash the market, letting it crash after they've taken the profits. This is just the beginning. Not only that, but there's a failing vaccine and throwing trillions excessive spending with that. Who is going to really say that silver can crash? It can't. Regardless of everything else that's on top of it, silver alone is value within itself. It's not the spot price, the price tag attached to it. It's the 1 ounce inside of the coin. No matter who says that 1 ounce coin is worth what, it's irrelevant. It's not about the spot price tag to it. It's about the 1 ounce inside that coin. That's what is determining the value. The first group will have made money and indeed may be infiltrated right now by very professionals they hope to beat. Second group will end up poor and unhappy about it. And that's not true. If you're buying silver at $30 right now, you're not going to lose a single penny. That's the stupidest thing I've ever I almost cussed on this channel for the first time. Think about it. In 5, 10, 15, 20 years, do you really think silver's still going to be $30 an ounce? Hell no. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Think about how quick this is going to blow over. And that's just the beginning. Think about the dollar's not going to last another 5, 10 years. It's already lost 98% of its purchasing power due to hyperinflation. And I say 98%, and that's a literal number. I'm not talking about 99%. I'm not talking about 97%. It's literally 98% of the dollar's lost its purchasing power. 44% in the last 20 years. It's getting worse. And throwing out these trillions of dollars that we do not have is going to have a cost. There's going to be a consequence to that. Throwing out all this money for vaccines and distributing it with a failing vaccine, probably throwing out more money to try to find one that actually works. UK shut down. The virus is mutating, spreading faster, more deadly, and the vaccine we don't even know is working for that. This is not going to go good for not only the United States, which is the world's reserve currency, so every country in the world relies and depends on the United States or the US dollar's strength. This could be catastrophic, and it will be, and it's not if but when. So you sitting here telling me that people buying silver for $30 an ounce is going to lose money is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Stupidest thing I've ever heard. I can't, who wrote this? Who wrote this? No name? I gotta find out. Hiding behind its company. Man, that's sad. Sorry, guys. I'm going to go off my rant, and I'm just going to kind of chill.
Riding a bike should be a really fun experience. We make low-maintenance bicycles for everyday riders.
Riding bikes it's a pretty fun experience. I mean, it's overrated. I don't care. I mean, whatever. This is stupid. That guy obviously doesn't know anything about silver. Nothing. If you look at it from their perspective, some stock Wall Street guy that has a single freaking clue about precious metals or about silver or what's been happening to silver or the silver shortage or understanding how the dollar correlation is directly pegged to silver or even recognizing or acknowledging the $27 trillion in debt America's in, that's all context. What he's saying, there's no context behind it. There's no context behind that. It doesn't make sense. So, anyways, are Wall Street giants on the ropes? Despite what some retailer traders hope, I got it. I know why they're doing this, because they're trying they're trying to portray this as it's kind of risky, and Wall Street still has power. These guys are on Wall Street's side. BBC, that's not a silver company. They're doing this because they want people to second guess themselves. They want to make it seem like silver's a bad investment. The same people that sweep silver under the rug because it's a threat to the dollar. See how they always call it the Reddit kids, or these kids on Reddit, or quote unquote amateur investors? Call me an amateur investor. I've been investing for 8 years. I made over $100,000 on Bitcoin. Started buying Bitcoin when it was $1,500. You probably were. This guy, God, dude, I hate people that don't look at the reality. I'm a realist. They're investing from emotion. He doesn't want silver to thrive because that would go against his morals. He's someone who's a stickler on stocks and doing it the right way, or doing it the American way. But what if someone comes along and says the right way is actually the real way? Silver and gold have been valuable for over 5,000 years. Every fiat-based system has crashed. Fiat-based systems are designed to crash. Fiat-based systems are a newborn baby compared to how long gold and silver have been deemed money, exchangeable money. Not only valuable, but as a form of money, a form of exchange. Money is something that cannot be created nor destroyed. You cannot create or destroy silver. You can create and destroy money, though. It's crazy. And if you want to see what the direction America's headed, look at third world countries. They carry their money in trash bags. They weigh their money on scales because their dollar's so deflated. It has the purchasing power of a couple pennies. So to go to the store and buy a $3 candy bar, you have to hand over hundreds of dollars. That's why you see like the Zimbabwe $1 trillion bill. Tell me all that stuff. I want to speak to this guy. I want to have an interview with this guy on my channel. Very entertaining content. I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was educational, informational, at least entertaining, make sure to smash that like button. I post daily videos every single day, giving you guys the newest, latest information. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. Make sure you go enter my 36,000 subscriber giveaway I'll be doing soon. Peace.